everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we're going to be testing out the Gel X nail application method for the first time. I already did my right hand because I didn't really want to jump into this and troubleshoot things at the first go because I've never tried this technique before. So I was like, okay, cool, let me do it on my right hand first. And you know, my right hand is my dominant hand, so I was like, okay, if I mess up on my right hand, it's okay. So yeah, let's just get into the process of how I did my nails. I decided to go for a very simple design because I was just very overwhelmed, and also I only had limited time to actually do my nails between soaking off my previous acrylics and doing this new set. So I was like, okay, when I have time another day, I will plan a full set. So I went in with the Goodbye Cuticles. It's a cuticle remover, and I just push back my cuticles. And then I'm taking the mascara cleanser, and I'm taking a lint-free wipe as well, and just wiping my nail beds. And then I'm going in with a medium grit sanding band, and I'm just going to lightly sort of prep the nail using my electric file. If you guys have buffers, you can use buffers. It's just that I invested in all of these when I was doing my own nails, so that's why I have all the equipment. But you don't have to start at this level. You can use buffers and nail files. So I'm also just neatening up the edges of my natural nails as well. I'm also out of frame a lot because you guys can tell I have not filmed nail tutorials in like 2 years, so it's been a hot minute. I'm just making sure the nail plate is nicely prepped for our application. So I've actually watched a lot of tutorials so that I could familiarize myself with this technique. And yeah, I would definitely say there's not enough tutorials I could have watched to prepare me, because it does take a little bit of getting used to. I'm just taking a nail brush and some of that cleanser again and just dusting off all of the powder on the nails, or I wanted to say residue left on the nails. Like, the terminology, guys, is gonna fail me because it's been a hot minute, but just the dust off any particles on the nails. And then I'm going in with a dehydrator, and then I'm also going in with the triple bond from Mascara. Most of these products are from Mascara because I got the soft gel tips from them. I wanted to try the soft gel tips. And we'll be trying normal full cover tips as well, the plastic ones. So you guys will be going through this journey with me, and we'll be figuring out which is better, the soft gel or, you know, the regular tips, or if they both are just as good. So I'm just painting on the triple bond onto the nails. After you paint on the dehydrator, make sure you let it fully dry before you go in with the triple bond. Just taking my time to paint that as well. Next, we're going to go in with the Supreme Nail Foundation. I believe this is the shade Nude. And I'm just going to paint a layer of this on my nails. Now, there is 2 different techniques to bond the soft gel cover tips onto your nails, but I decided to use this one because I am used to painting on gel polishes and stuff like that. And I was a little bit scared to use the solid UV bond glue, but we're going to try that in the next video because I think it's going to make our lives so much easier. I was really struggling with this one because the product was seeping out of the sides of the nails, and it was just, yeah, it really takes some getting used to, and also the maneuvering of the LED light. Yeah, you guys will see. But anyway, I'm taking my time and just making sure I paint a nice thin layer of this Supreme Nail Foundation. This is like a builder gel, and you can even do a full on your full cover tips with this product as well, which is amazing. So it's a nice thick consistency. It's thicker than normal gels, so make sure that you're taking most of that product off of your brush like I'm doing here, and get a nice layer on your nail plate. Then I'm going to cure that for about 60 seconds. And you can see my other hand is done. Then I went ahead, while I did my other hand, I went and I etched the inside of these full cover tips, and I also sized them beforehand as well. I would say I was a little bit off on my sizing because I decided to do the sizing before I had that initial layer of gel on my nails, and I do believe it adds a little bit of bulk. So I would say put that initial layer of gel on your nails first if you're going to do the builder gel route, and then measure your nail tips. It needs to be a side to side match, so it needs to cover your entire nail from side to side. And I noticed that even though on my natural nail it covered side to side, once I put that one layer of builder gel and now putting an additional layer on the inside of the tip, it kind of doesn't reach all the way from side to side for certain nails. So I would say put a little layer of builder gel first and then match your sizing to your nail. Does that make sense? Like I said, the builder gel is a lot thicker in consistency than the gel polish, so yeah, it does add a little bit of bulk. Now this is the tricky part. You guys saw I etched the inside of all of the full cover tips, and now I'm using the mascara flash cure lamp. This one is a bit of a struggle, guys. I thought it was going to be easy, but it was really hard. I mean, you can see I'm kind of struggling. It's really hard to like keep the nail pressed down because you've got to press all the air bubbles out of that nail, and then it needs to be cured. So you got to make sure you're curing it without any air bubbles because, you know, bacteria and all of that stuff, and it may cause lifting. So it does take quite a bit of getting used to. I did have a little bit of spillages on the sides, but I tried to like flash cure and then, you know, remove the spillages and then cure the rest. But I do believe that using the solid bond, which is the thicker builder gel that comes in a pot as opposed to the brush applicator, I think that one's going to be a lot easier. I did see a video on Mascara's YouTube channel showing that application, and I think it's going to be a lot easier because you don't really, it eliminates the flash curing process. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I'm hoping everything is making sense in this video because this is my first time trying it, and I'm not gonna lie, it took some troubleshooting, you know. And then I also had a brush on hand to just clean up as I went along. And I also realized that I was maybe putting a little bit too much product within the tip. So where the tip is going to come into contact with your natural nail is where you need to etch it on the inside with like your buffers or your files or your electric files. So as you guys can see, I am painting like a little thin layer of the builder gel, and then I'm putting a little extra towards the end where the tip goes onto the cuticle. So I think with practice I will eventually get this right. And then I push the nail down from the cuticle and make sure that as I'm pushing it down, all the air bubbles are out. And now I feel like now that I've reached the 8th finger of doing this, I'm getting into a rhythm where I'm using one of my other fingers to press the button for the nail lamp to go on. But guys, doing my right hand took me way longer than my left hand. I definitely sped through my left hand. But yeah, like I said, if you're doing it for the first time, it takes some getting used to. So then I'm just going to be doing this again, as you guys can see. I wanted to leave in as many clips as possible in this video so you guys could see like genuinely how I was struggling. But yeah, like I said, it takes some getting used to. I definitely went for the harder method. And you can see there's like some spillage on the side there, but I just need to get it flash cured and then I can remove that little bit of spillage. And also, if you do get a little bit of spillage, you'll see I go in a bit later, and I just use my e-file to kind of clean that up. So even if you do spill, don't be so hard on yourself. It's not a big train smash, like you can get through it. Or you can work around it rather. You can see also my thumb. I don't know how I always manage to get that spilling, but I'm sure with practice it will definitely get better. And then at this point I'm just taking it out of the lamp to just clean up the spillage. And to be honest, I've had these nails on now for a few days since I filmed this, and it seems pretty secure, pretty sturdy. I went quite wouldn't say as long as I usually go. I went a little shorter, and I would say like they feel pretty sturdy, no problems whatsoever. But yeah, we shall see. I'll keep you guys updated. So I'm just going to be filing the free edge of the nails because it does have those tabs at the end. So you just want to crisp up the end of the nails, or the edges of the nails rather. And then I'm taking my medium grit or medium coarseness bit and or sanding band rather, my medium sanding band, and I'm just going to take off the shine off of these soft gel tips. By the way, I showed it but I didn't mention it. These are the Mascara soft gel full cover tips, and yeah, apparently you can just soak these off with like acetone, so it's like super easy to remove all of that good stuff, and it's flexible. So yeah, these are the medium stiletto, no, these are the medium coffin, these are the medium coffin nails. So once I've done that, I'm going to take my cleanser again and just dust off any debris or dust. And then I'm going to go in with the Supreme Nail Foundation again, and I just almost want to strengthen this tip a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with a thin layer of builder gel and just apply this onto the entire nail extension. I'm taking my time with this. Whenever you are painting any gel products, you have to take your time, be patient. The thinner gels tend to just seep into the cuticles and all of that stuff, so just take your time and paint the nails. And then I also keep a brush on hand to kind of clean up the edges as well. And I was totally out of frame, so you can't see me painting the builder gel, but you'll see it's pretty much the same as painting on gel polish. Then I'm going to let that cure for 60 seconds. Okay, now it is time for the color. So I went in with the Planet Nails gel polish. This is in the shade 150, and I just painted a few thin coats of this gel polish until I was happy with the color. I didn't want to leave them just a plain solid color, so I added a little bit of shimmer, but you guys will see when that comes. I decided to leave the gel polish application in here so that you guys can see how I try as much as possible to get that gel polish to not seep into the cuticle line. So yeah, make sure that your brush is not flooded with a lot of gel polish, so make sure you have as minimal product as possible because it makes the painting a lot easier, even if it is your opposite hand. You can see my painting on my opposite hand is pretty decent considering I'm predominantly right-handed. So once you paint that first layer, as you guys can see, I have a brush as I go to just clean up. It's very important to have, like, you know, an orange stick or a brush to just help you clean up those edges and make sure that those edges are nice and crisp and clean, because when they grow out, you want them to look neat. So yeah, you don't want your gel seeping into your cuticles. So once I've applied I think I did 2 or 3 coats of that gel polish, very thin coats, I'm gonna go in with this Blushes Gel It Mascara Gel Polish. This is a very pearlescent gel polish. I'm just doing 1 coat of this, and I feel like it just adds such a beautiful kind of vibe to the nails. I noticed that Hailey Bieber did these like holographic nails, and everybody's really into like these beautiful unicorn pearlescent nails. So I was like, okay, I'm not feeling pearlescent-y nails, like pearly type of vibes, but I'm feeling pearly pink. So I decided, let's go pearly pink. And also, like I said, I was on a time kind of crunch, so I didn't have all the time in the world to sit and think of a nail design. I'm gonna finish off with a top coat of the Carbon Non-Wipe top coat from Gel It. Most of these products, like I said, are from Mascara Online. Once I figured out a routine and once I figured out my process with regards to doing these nails, I'll let you guys know what are must-haves. You can see I changed clothes in between because I had to stop in between the nail application to do other stuff. So yeah, fun times. I'm going to finish off with some cuticle oil. I love how these nails turned out, you guys. I think I could be better with the sizing, but other than that, I'm really happy for my first time trying this out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to slay all day, every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Oh, I got